and welcome to this free training. Say yes to Style Miracles, 3 genius ways to banish style anxiety and make your makeover dreams real. Thank you so much for watching this free training. So in the next 50 minutes, you are going to discover a 1, 2, 3 step-by-step strategy for creating a style miracle that will create a frenzy of compliments from your family, friends, co-workers, and perfect strangers as they ask you how you did it. I am fairly certain that you are not using all of these strategies, but you should, and if you start doing them, you'll be able to see results in the mirror in 21 days or less. I wanted to do this training for people out there. I hear from a lot of you out there that maybe watch my videos on YouTube, or you follow me on Facebook, or you've taken one of my courses, and I wanted to do this for you guys because a lot of times I hear that you're overwhelmed and you're trying to do these things on your own. You're trying to make your style makeovers happen all on your own, which you can do, but some of you guys are having a little trouble out there. You may have been following me for a long time and you've seen a little bit improvement in your style. So I wanted to put together this training to really help those of you out there who really want to make your makeover dreams real. So I wanted to give you real tangible ways of things that you can do for it. And that is what this training is all about. So before we jump in and actually dive into the content and the 3 genius ways, I want to give a little bit of background and so you know a little bit more about me and the voice that's speaking to you from this video. I usually do this in a lot of different trainings that I do and webinars that I've done, so I try to be brief with it, but I want you to know a little bit about me. So a little bit about me. My name's Aisha Jones. I live in San Diego. I absolutely love it. I'm originally from the Los Angeles area. I say Los Angeles area because it's kind of all over kind of LA or the greater county of Los Angeles is why I say that. Something surprising about me that a lot of people don't know is that my education and my background is actually in business, finance, and marketing. In fact, I have my master's degree in it, have my MBA in that. And people may be wondering, okay, how do you go from that to doing fashion? And I'll get into that in a little bit. So when I graduated with my master's degree, the next thing I did was move out of California and I moved to Nevada. I got married. And then I was married for less than 2 years. And then I had if I was a lot older, it would be called a midlife crisis. However, I was far too young for that to be the case. What ended up happening, let's call it a crisis of the soul. Essentially, it was something where all of a sudden you look around your life and you think maybe you've lost your way. So maybe some of you out there have experienced this, but it suddenly felt like I was off my intended path and this didn't really seem like me, and how did I end up, living this life, doing these things, surrounded by these people? And so after that, like I said, I will call it crisis of the soul. I started to make some changes in my life. So I ended up, I got a divorce. I left the job that I was currently working at. It was a great job, making a lot of money, but it was just, like I said, a lot of things just weren't feeling right. And I wanted to figure out my life and what should I actually be doing. And when I give my other webinar in this part, I go, well, I dismantled my life and then I rebuilt it, and I kind of gloss over what happened in between, okay? But in between that, it wasn't such a smooth transition, okay? There was some rough months in there. You can even say there were some very rough years in there. I can think of a particular week where it was very rough. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I wasn't really clear on what that was, but at that point I had $0 in the bank, okay? The piggy bank was completely empty. Even the change jar where you keep change was just completely empty, and I needed gas money for the week to get to work, right? I'm trying to figure out what I should be doing. And, so I have this piddly little job that, I'm doing at the moment and out of money. And what I ended up doing, and I was like, well, I don't have any cash, but I have this jewelry box full of jewelry. So I had these different necklaces, and I actually had to go into a store like a pawn shop and sell off my necklaces to get gas money for the week, okay? That is very rough. And in particular, I can think turning this necklace that was worth more than what they're giving you. I remember the first time I went in, I gave them the necklace, and it was this beautiful necklace with amethyst and everything on it, and they're like, we'll give you $25 for it. And I had to take it because I needed gas money for the week, and I couldn't drive all around town trying to get the best deal, and I needed it right then. So I've had very rough patches as well. So many of you you're seeing things, from just the YouTube channel, and you think everything's always been perfect and rosy, but it's not. I've had to manage, my style on a budget too, and have had hard times as well. And in this point in my life where I was trying to figure out things were rough for a little while. Okay, so that was a very particularly hard time in my life. Like I said, where you're trying to scrounge to figure out what you can do to get gas money for the week. It's very rough. In that particular week, I ended up having to actually sell back, I think, 3 different necklaces that I had. So very rough times. Have been through that. So then after that experience, you're thinking, okay, this has to be rock bottom, right? This is a pretty low point. What should I be doing? And then I remember Jim Rohn. He's actually one of my favorite speakers. He's a very famous motivational speaker. If you at all have any time, Google and listen to some of his words of wisdom on YouTube. There's a ton of his stuff up on YouTube. But I remember his saying that successful people invest in themselves and their education. And so I knew that if I wanted to be successful, I needed to do the same thing that successful people did and invest in myself. So while I was trying to figure things out, I knew, I had this interest in fashion. So what I ended up doing is going back to study fashion styling. And at that time I did that. So once I made that decision, I had a little bit of direction, and I had the beginnings of a path to follow. And from that decision has led to all that you see in the YouTube channel and my different products and programs and all the different things that I've done. But it all started there, making that decision after going through a very, very rough patch. Okay? And so that was the beginning. It all started with a decision. So you've made a decision here too to be on this training to learn how to make your makeover dreams happen in real life. Like I said, I've had to make a makeover happen in my life. I'm going to give you some strategies to help you to make them happen in your life. So here's what you're going to learn in this training. You are going to learn fixed wardrobe planning, how to have dependable monthly style improvements. For a lot of you out there, it's hit and miss, but there's not this dependable thing where you can say month on month, you're always improving your style. Okay, I'm going to show you how to be able to do that. I'm going to give you the where to work style opportunity that is on the other side of a woke up on the wrong side of the bed kind of day. We all have those days, right? And you're like, oh, I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, actually, that's an opportunity, and I'll show you what that where to work style opportunity is. I'm going to show you the one reason you shouldn't be afraid of having low confidence. I'm going to show you how anyone can get to their style happy place. I like that part when we get to that part in the training. And don't listen to the haters out there. Here's what you need to know to get a mirror reflection that makes you pause and think, damn, I look good. Okay? And then last but not least, I'm going to show you where you can get additional style help for just $1. That is not a typo. It is in fact $1. There's not supposed to be extra zeros on there. Okay? So that's a lot that we have to cover during this free training, but I promise you it's going to be worth it to hang in there and listen to the whole thing. You're going to get some very specific strategies and very specific stuff that you will be able to take away and do tomorrow. Okay? So here we are. Are you ready to get ready to listen to the rest of this training and get to the content and those different strategies? Are you ready to make your style miracle happen? Okay, let's get started. So one of the first things that you need to know or should implement to make this style makeover happen is you need to know the importance of baby steps, okay? I'm not the first person to talk about this. We've all heard of the idea of using baby steps, but you may not understand why it's so important. Why it's so important to do baby steps, especially with things like a makeover, is because otherwise you get overwhelmed, okay? You know that. You sit there, you're looking at my channel with all these videos and you're going, oh my gosh, where do I start? Okay, should I start here with accessories? Oh, over here she's talking about shoes. And you're like, what should I do? Okay, so you get into overwhelm, which a lot of people automatically shut down from that. The other thing is that overwhelm is going to create this anxiety, okay? And you know that. You have that feeling in your pit of your stomach like, oh, I meant to do this, or I made my New Year's resolution to do this, or I said this is, the time that I'm going to get ready, and when I start this new job, I'm going to make over my style, or I'm going to get out there and start dating again, so I want to make over my style. These are the things that I hear from you guys, okay? And then when you can't figure out how to make it happen because you get overwhelmed, there's this incredible anxiety, and you have this feeling in the pit of your stomach. okay? So the actual definition of anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. So those of you listening have probably experienced some form of anxiety. In fact, it affects about 40 million people in the US, so it's a real thing. Now, granted, most of you aren't suffering from severe anxiety that would cause you to need a prescription or anything, but something that you don't know, there is a real thing as called style anxiety or fashion anxiety. You will actually find medical articles about fashion anxiety. There are some people that get more anxiety than others about this issue. Meaning if they have to put together an outfit. I mean, think of it. What if it's a first date you've been looking forward to, or it's a very important job interview, or you have a, do or die presentation at work? That can create a lot of anxiety around that issue. And a lot of you, where the anxiety shows up is actually in shopping. A lot of you guys, you get into a store and you're just completely overwhelmed and get anxiety. So you end up walking out of the store and you never get anything, and you're wondering why your style isn't improving, okay? So, but you can overcome this issue by using the concept of baby steps. Okay, let me tell you a story about how I use baby steps, and I'm going to do it outside of a style context because then I feel like it makes people more comfortable with it, and then you'll easily see how you can apply it to your style, okay? So probably, it's probably almost 2 years ago now, my computer started going out on me. You can tell when it's getting near the end of its life where, it's taking forever to boot up or to open a program or anything, and it's taking forever. It's super slow. You're having to reboot it, several times a day. And so my computer was on its last leg, and I finally had to admit it and go, okay, I need a new computer, which means I had to go out and buy a new computer, which would be very expensive. So something important information to know, I'm a Mac person, right? So if I got to go out and buy a computer, it's more expensive than going out to get a regular laptop. So I had to go buy a new computer, and you're thinking like, oh, should I use my savings to do it? How should I pay for this? Should I put it on a credit card? What should I do? So I ended up going to the store and finding out that you could finance it, and they have one of those deals where you can get 0% financing for a year or something. You're like, okay, this is a huge scam. They just want to charge you a whole bunch of interest, right? So I looked at it and I was like, okay, well, I have a year to pay, and I'm doing the math in my head. I was like, I think that could work. I think I can do that. So I signed up for it. So I went home with my laptop, and then I had this balance now that I needed to pay off. And like I said, the first year there's no interest on it. So my goal to get it paid off within that year, right? So what I did, like I said, crunch numbers, and I decided, okay, I need to break this into baby steps, because you can see this can create a lot of anxiety if all of a sudden at the end of the year you're like, oh, there's $600 worth of interest or whatever now that you're responsible for, right? So to avoid that anxiety, I was like, I need to break this up into baby steps so that I can do it. So what I did is I said, every week I'm going to just transfer so much money to pay off that balance. Every Friday, before I started work, transfer money, okay? Never without fail, okay? It's time, transfer the money, okay? And just did that. Broke it down into baby steps. What happened? 2 weeks before kind of the end of that 0% interest period, I got it paid off, okay? So it cost me just the cost of the laptop. It didn't cost me anything additional because I broke it down into baby steps, and then I was disciplined enough to continue to do the baby steps throughout the year. Okay, so that's a very simple example of how baby steps can help you get over sort of any anxiety that you have. So the same thing, you can look out there, look at some of the outfits that I'm putting out there, and you go, oh, I like that. Oh my gosh, that's so much to do. No, break it down into baby steps and you can recreate those looks, okay? So the way that I was able to do this, like I said, baby steps, but visualize the end result. So the end result, I wanted that zero balance. I wanted it paid off. Okay, I broke it down. I broke down that end result into simple steps. So I knew the amount that I needed to transfer every single week. So again, with me, if you're looking at outfits that I create out there, whether it's on YouTube or something else, and you see these outfits, okay, you see the end results. I've already provided you the visual for that. You can take that and break it down into steps, right, to get those things done. This is also the foundation of my block wardrobe philosophy, right? That's what I do. I go and I try to create these stunning outfits, and then I break them down into the building blocks of how to do it, and then I mix and match them, okay? So on my YouTube channel, you can see I do have a video explaining exactly what that is. So I'm not just, blowing sunshine up your bum, okay? This is something that I really do, like I said, in creating outfits, and you can see the video about this has been up for quite a while now, okay? The other idea that I incorporate for this is the concept of the 12 apostles of style. So what I call the 12 apostles of style are these 12 kind of foundational pieces that are helpful in creating a well-rounded and well-versatile wardrobe, okay? And so these pieces, again, are baby steps to help you get to that end result of a wardrobe that's just gonna get you a whole bunch of compliments. It's easy to style, all of that, okay? So again, I've used baby steps and things that I've done. And actually, there is a video for this up on YouTube. I actually give you the first 6 items of the 12 apostles of style. So on my YouTube channel, the name of that video is just called The Basic Wardrobe Checklist, 6 no-hassle wardrobe items for people who hate shopping, okay? So you can just look for that on my channel, and you can see the first 6 apostles of style. I've broken down the baby steps for you. I've done this for you. That is a great place to start. And the last thing, like I said, you may be having this anxiety still. So there is a quiz you can take to see if you suffer from style anxiety. And at the end of the video, I'll show you where to go so you can actually take that quiz, okay? So you got that now? So miracle, that's what we're trying to make happen, our style miracle. And we know one of the genius ways to make that happen is the idea of baby steps. Okay, now I want to talk to you about the next concept to help you achieve your style miracle. Okay, and that is the idea of momentum. Momentum is huge. Momentum is something that means it's building up on itself, okay? And so this is so important in trying to make any sort of life change, okay? And especially if you were trying to do something like a style change, because there's so many steps involved, okay? The idea of momentum. And momentum is important because if you don't have momentum, what'll happen is that you will end up giving up, okay? 2 quick examples of what I mean by that. We've all tried before to go on a diet. So what happens if you go on a diet and that first week you're very good, you follow the diet exactly, at the end of the week you hop on the scale and you haven't lost a pound, okay? Does that make it easier to go into week 2, or do you just give up after week 1, okay? Most of us will be like, I'm done with it, and you just give up after week 1. Some of us would actually go into week 2. What happens if you go into week 2, at the end of week 2, you hop on the scale, still haven't lost any weight, okay? At that point, I think like 99.9% of us would give up, okay? Whereas, what happens if that first week you get on the scale and you lost half a pound? And then that second week you get on the scale and you lost 2 pounds. You're excited to go into week 3, right? It helps. When you have that momentum, it keeps you going. It doesn't make you just want to give up. Those of you single gals out there that are listening to this talk, you guys in the dating world also know what this is, the idea of building momentum. So if there's a guy that you kind of like, you bump into him every now and then, you guys flirt and everything, and it's really nice, but it never goes anywhere, like he never asks you for your phone number, or he never hits you up on Facebook or anything, and you're kind of like, okay, you kind of lose interest in him, right? Because every time you just flirt, but it's not really going anywhere. As opposed to like you guys meet and you flirt a couple of times, and then the next time he asks you for your phone number, and then you're texting for a week or so, and then he asks you on a date, you go on a date, and the next time he asks you on another date, okay? That builds momentum. You're still interested in the guy, you're still excited about it, okay? So the same thing when you're trying to make major lifestyle changes happen. Same thing happens when you're trying to have this style makeover. Okay, is the idea of momentum. Okay, I can give you an example that I went through probably about a year ago now. So I've always, for most of my life, I've been pretty good about consistently exercising. However, there things were a little bit hit and miss, okay? And I had taken a few barre classes, so it's barre classes as in B-A-R-R-E, as in ballet bar. not bar class like you're learning to drink, although that would be a great class. But bar classes, and I like them. So, I went online and did a little bit of research and found out there's a place where you can do like online classes. You can get a subscription and get access to all of these videos. So the company is actually called Bar 3. So I'm not getting paid by them, not sort of any sponsorship or anything. But that's the one that I use, and I love it. So I found this online one, and it was great because they have this huge library of workout videos, and they vary by length. So you could go, I could do a 10-minute workout, I could do a 30-minute workout, I could do a 40-minute workout, or I could do a full hour, 60-minute workout, okay? So when I first got it, I wasn't very good about using it consistently, of course, okay? But I went on, and occasionally I would do one of the 10-minute workouts, and oh my God, they would kill me. I would be sweating, okay, because it's just 10 minutes. You're like, I can do anything for 10 minutes. But I'd be sweating. We'd be doing like plies, and I would only make it halfway through, and then we'd be doing some sort of fancy crunch on the ground, and I'm like laying down on my back, just like spread out for half of it, like, oh my God, this is just 10 minutes, right? So I can barely make it through the 10 minutes, sweating up the storm doing it, and I'm just looking at the library, and I'm like, there is no way I'm ever going to be able to do 60 minutes if 10 minutes is kicking my butt this bad, right? So went on like that for a little while, hit and miss doing the 10-minute workouts. And then one day I was like, you know what, you need to really get it together, get more consistent with your workout. And I was like, I'm going to commit to doing 30 minutes 3 days a week. Okay, that was my commitment. Remember, at this time, 10 minutes was kicking my butt, but I had made that commitment. So I started doing it. Was it hard? Absolutely. It was so hard to do those first 30 minutes. I'm so glad I was doing it at home, because it would be embarrassing if I had to do this in front of other people. It was really that bad, and there was a lot of stuff that I couldn't do. There was a lot of positions that I couldn't hold that long, and I would be doing 30 minutes, and I would really be sweating, okay? So it was very difficult for me. And I did that, and eventually, I got better, building up the momentum of it. I eventually got better, and 30 minutes wasn't so bad. And then I'm looking at the library, and I'm like, I wonder if I could do 40 minutes. And I go, okay, I'll do 40 minutes one day a week, and the rest of the time I'll do 30 minutes. And so just doing that 40-minute workout one day a week, eventually I built up my lungs, I built up my strength, I built up my muscles. I was able to do 40 minutes. So all of a sudden 40 minutes didn't feel so bad. Okay, and then I was like, I wonder if I can do a full hour. I was like, can I really do that? I was like, oh, that's a lot. That's a big stretch. Can I do that full hour? And I did the same thing, and I said, okay, just one day a week, I'll do the 1 hour workout, and then the rest of the time I'll do the shorter workouts. But one day a week, Aisha, you can do it. You can do the hour. Was the hour hard? Yes, it was hard. Okay, I had to sit and do the workout where I couldn't look at any clocks, because otherwise I would sit there and count down and be like, this is the longest hour. Time had to have stopped still, like I entered some sort of vortex or something. It just was so long. Okay, but eventually now I'm at the point I can do 1 hour workouts several times a week. I created that momentum, okay? Like I said, I built up my lungs, I built up my heart, my muscles. I was able to do it, okay? But if I had gone from not working out at all and jumping to 60, that would not have worked. I would have given up, because I would have sucked at it so bad, okay? But by doing it and building up that momentum, okay, now I can do 30, okay, maybe I can do 40, okay, now I can do 40, maybe I can do a full hour, okay? So by doing that, it didn't make me give up. It also helped, I had that positive reinforcement. I'm working out more, things are shrinking, things are looking smaller, my arms are tighter, my thighs are thinner. You're hopping in the shower and you're like, ooh, that's a new line, I didn't see that before, So you have that positive reinforcement as well that keeps you going. Okay, so it's the same thing with you when you are going, okay, I really want to make over my style. I want to make this style miracle happen. Okay, same thing. You need to incorporate the idea of momentum into whatever you're doing, because that's going to help you keep going. Okay, so the thing that are important is, like I said, those early wins are so important. Like I said, when I started working out, I am getting that positive reinforcement. Oh, things are shrinking, my clothes are fitting a little bit differently, okay? Or the fact that, I have more energy, and oh, I'm sleeping so much better at night. Okay, those things really help and to keep you going. And in the beginning, it wasn't a lot of this. aesthetic stuff. And me working out, the biggest thing was like, it helps with my sleep. And so that was one of the biggest things. I'd be like, oh, I need to get up and work out so I can have good sleep. Okay, so those early wins are important. So with what I do in styling, early wins are important as well, because if I can give somebody compliments, you know, I tell them to do 1, 2, 3, and they do 1, and then they go out and they get all these compliments from people, they're more likely to listen to me and to do number 2 that I told them to do. So it's very important. So one of the things I want to say is, a lot of times in getting your style together, you're like, well, I just need to cover the basics. I just need to get the basics and foundational pieces together. Yes, but if you're just doing the basics, you're not going to have those early wins that are going to make you excited. So you need to make sure to incorporate some of those like wow pieces, some of those like standout pieces that are going to get you those early wins, that are going to get people to make compliments, because it'll keep you going. Okay, so it's important that you can't just focus on the basics all the time. Okay. The other idea of why momentum is important is because you have to prepare for something called the dip. Okay, and so the dip can also be called a slump. I believe the author Seth Godin, he's like a rock star in the marketing field. Okay, he has a whole book called The Dip. Okay, because when people hit that slump, a lot of times they're like, should I just completely abandon what I'm doing, or should I keep going? Okay, so it would be very naive for us, or for me, to sit here and talk about, oh, just do this and you'll have your style makeover happen, and to pretend like you're never going to have a day that's going to be a dip. There's not going to be a day you wake up in the morning and you're like, I want to throw on sweats and a pair of Uggs, okay? And that's a good day. The other days you're like, I don't even want to put clothes on. I'm in pajamas, okay? So you have to prepare. There's going to be days like that. You're going to have a dip somewhere along the way. Just know that's a normal part of the process. The other thing is, you need to come up with strategies of what to do when you have that dip. For example, with me, there's going to be days I'm going to wake up and not want to exercise. So what am I going to do? How am I going to prepare for that? I know that's going to happen. So there really are 4 strategies to get you back to what I call your style happy place. We are actually going to go through one of them here in this training. So you're going to get one tangible one, like I said, you can walk away with, and you can do it tomorrow. Okay, but there's really 4 to prepare for that. And like I said, in trying to make this style makeover happen, just know you're going to have those dips. It's a normal part of the process. Don't beat yourself up too bad, and get these strategies in place to help you, because you know that they're going to come. Okay? The other thing is, this is how you have those dependable monthly style improvements, okay? So you're not going to say every day is going to be better than the last. That's not true. That's not realistic. Anybody who tells you that, they're not speaking the entire truth, okay? Every day is not going to be better than the last. Every week is not going to be better than the last, okay? But I can tell you that even when you have those dips every now and then, overall, if you look month over month, okay, if you keep with it, you will have these style improvements happen, okay? We know the dip is going to come, so we can't say every day is going to be better. We can't say every week is going to be better. But month over month, you can have these monthly style improvements, okay? And the last thing, I'm going to show you how you can have this happen for just $1. So we're going to cover that more towards the end once we get over the last strategy, okay? But I promise I am going to give that to you here in this training. So there we are. So we're going to make our style miracles happen. We know we need baby steps, and now we know the importance of having momentum to make things happen, okay? And here's the next thing that's important. The importance of a program, okay? And what is a program? Well, a program is just going to be the idea of combining both baby steps and momentum. It's putting both of them together, okay? And when you do that, when you put the baby steps with momentum, you can create something that's like almost on autopilot. So again, let me give you an example of what this is. Okay, so let me give you an example. So here's an example. Here's an everyday example. Some everybody has in their kitchen of a coffee machine. Okay, so I love the idea of, if I could just wake up in the morning and have the fresh smell of coffee hit my nostrils first thing in the morning. That would be awesome. I would love that. So forever, I would just get up in the morning and make my own coffee. But I had this very expensive coffee maker tucked back in a cabinet somewhere. It's the really fancy one where you can set a timer, you can set different programs on it, and it actually has the grinder, so you can buy whole coffee beans. It'll grind it and brew it and all of that for you in the morning, and it'll do it at whatever time you want it to do it. So I had that in there forever, and I was like, finally, okay, I'm gonna get this together. So, downloaded the manual on how to work it, figured out where and how to put the water in and clean it and put the beans in and all the stuff you have to do every day, and then had to figure out how to set the time and then actually set the program that I wanted it to run, right? So the coffee machine actually has a program on it, right? We're talking about a program right now. And after you set all the stuff and get it set up, I just pushed the program button and it would run the program, and I could have freshly brewed coffee at 5:15 in the morning, okay, if I wanted to. Now the thing was that initial setting it up to be able to do that, so I could just push a button and it runs a program, that initial setup took a lot. I had to break it up into baby steps though and get things done. But the thing is, now, after I've been doing it for a long time, the night before, it takes me like no time to set it up, okay? I add the water, I add the beans, I put the filter, I press the program button, boom, and I know I can wake up in the morning and I'll have coffee. That's a very simplistic example of just running a program. You hit a program button and it goes on autopilot and it makes your coffee for you, right? Very simple example of a program. So what I want to do at this point in the training is we are actually going to go and create a style program for you right now. So what I want to have you do is actually go to the website pickupyourstyle.com/worksheet.pdf, okay? When you get there, go and print out the worksheet that's included there. At this time, this video is on YouTube, so you can pause it and then go there and print it out and then come back and press play on it. Or if you don't have a printer, you can just pull up this worksheet, grab a blank piece of paper, and then just follow along on your own blank piece of paper, okay? So what I want to do, you can see on the worksheet, it says, say yes to your style miracle. Remember, we're going to try to create your very own style program here. You can take it with you. You can start this tomorrow. What I want you to do is think of 3 things in your wardrobe or in your closet. Actually, think of 2 to 3 things, preferably 3 things, in your closet or your wardrobe that whenever you wear them, you feel awesome. Think about what that is, okay? Do you have what those are? Again, this video is on YouTube. You can pause it and actually go to your closet or your dresser and look through and find out these 3 items if needed. But you're going to list those 3 things. So I've done that already. So I have my 3 things that I've listed. So I have this blue flowy maxi dress that I love. It's just very comfortable. It's a little sexy because it has this little cutout in the back part. I love that dress. I feel awesome whenever I wear it. My second item, I actually have this blue, silver, and gold sequin top. Okay, can you ever feel bad in sequins? But it's so gorgeous, so many compliments whenever I wear it, and it's one of those so special. It was like my birthday top one year. I was like, I have to wear this on my birthday. Okay, love that. Feel awesome whenever I wear it. And the third thing is this really cute Rachel Roy like navy blue jumper that I have. It's like a one-piece jumpsuit with shorts. So I love that because it's so cute and everybody sees it and it's just so cute and you look sexy in it at the same time. But it's like drapey, but it does show off your legs too. So I love that. So those are my 3 items, okay? So if you have 2, that's fine. Really try to find 3 though and fill those out. Now I want you to step back and look at your worksheet and see the 3 items that you have listed. What do they all have in common? So when I look at my 3 items, I see that they are all blue, which is interesting. Before doing this exercise, it wasn't something that I realized, but they are all blue, okay? Now for you, it may be, are they all polka dot? Are they all a certain material? Are they all kind of flowy? Are they all drapey? Are they maybe boxy? Is it the material? Is it the color? What is it? Is it a certain style? Is it a certain brand, okay, or a certain designer? What do they all have in common? And write that in the box below. Okay. Now we're going to digress for a little bit over to this part. So the next thing is, what is an LCD? Okay, it's not a kind of light bulb or anything, but what is an LCD? An LCD is actually a low confidence stack. So we talked about this a little bit. Remember we talked about the dip or the slump, or you got up on the wrong side of the bed, right? low confidence days. So we all have those days. Again, there's some days where you're just like, what can I put on? I just want to put on a hat and sunglasses and just be invisible today. You're just like, my confidence is not at a 10 today. It's not a very good day, and you just want to throw on whatever, okay? And so if you're having an LCD, a low confidence day, you're feeling awful, and then you put on something awful, okay, then you are just multiplying that, okay? And you will probably feel even worse afterwards, okay? So what we're going to do is come up with a program to combat that. When you are having a low confidence day, you'll know when you wake up in the morning, or you'll know once you start getting ready, like, this is a low confidence day. If you know that, we want a program, kind of like the coffee maker. We can hit that button, it's going to run that program, okay? So here's what it is. Looking at your worksheet here and what we figured out, I know for me that if it's a low confidence day, I don't have the energy to think about what to wear. I really don't want to look my best, but if there's something easy that I can do, I will put it on. So here it is. So my LCD program is, I'm going to grab one of those 3 items that I've identified already that I feel awesome in. Because if I'm having a day where I'm not feeling that well, I'm feeling awful, and then I put something awesome on, then maybe my day is just average, okay? And maybe my day turns around because I'm looking a little bit better. I'm not looking like I feel, right? So my LCD program is, I'm going to wear one of those 3 items, or I'm going to put on something blue, okay? So you can see here that by breaking it down into baby steps, we know when we're having a low confidence day what we should throw on. I don't have to think. I won't sit there in front of my closet, oh, what am I going to wear? What am I going to do? I know. Hit the button, the program, it's one of these items or something blue. That's what I'm throwing on because it's going to help me look great and I feel awesome whenever I wear it. Okay, I don't have to think about it. Okay, so that's part of the program. So you can see we broke it down into baby steps. Here's where the momentum part comes in for this particular program. Now that I know that these 3 things are what I feel awesome in, I know that what they all have in common is that they're blue. Do you think next time I'm out shopping, I'm going to pay more attention to items that are blue? Probably. I might start adding more of those items to my closet because then it makes it that much easier when I'm having a low confidence day. Oh, I have even more things to pull from. Okay? So that's how it builds momentum, because you will slowly start to add more of these type of things that make you feel awesome into your closet. You've automatically built momentum. Like I said, you're having a day that you're not feeling that well. You're having an LC, low confidence day, you now know what to do. You have your program, so you can sit there and write it in the lines below. Like I said, this is something you can start doing tomorrow, okay? You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, it's one of those kind of days, okay? This is what you do. Remember your program, run the program when it's one of those days, okay? So hopefully that helped you, and you can see that it was an easy way that if it's a low confidence day that we have now put your style on autopilot, okay? And the next thing that I want to let you know is that you can see how easy that was. We've transformed one of your low confidence days, okay? And a program can also help to completely transform your style. You can see that it makes it easy peasy as long as you have a program, and that program incorporates the 2 things of baby steps and momentum. So here's the one thing I wanted you to understand from being on this training. If you have a makeover system in place that works on autopilot that you don't have to think about, you can absolutely live your dream of a style makeover. You can absolutely get more compliments and have higher confidence. And remember this, if you can pick up a piece a week, you can transform your style, okay? So I have a new program called 52 Pickup. Pick up a piece a week to transform your style 1 week at a time, and you can get it for just $1. Like I said, I did not misspeak, okay? You can actually get it for $1. I will show you exactly how you can do that. So let me tell you a little bit more about this program. So it incorporates the baby steps that we talked about before. As you can see, you just pick up a piece a week. It's already broken down week by week what you need to do. So it's called 52 Pickup. There's 52 weeks in a year, so you can do the program over a year's time if needed. If you're really ambitious, you can go, I'm going to do 2 a week, okay? If you want to take it a little slower, you can, do it every other week. Regardless, there's baby steps. You are going to see those dependable monthly style improvements that we talked about. The other thing is that the 52 pickup program does include all 12 of the apostles of style that I talked about. So you get all of those in this particular program, okay? And it does help to create that momentum that we talked about. Remember, again, you don't want to just have where you're just getting basics at the beginning, because why? You're not going to have the momentum. You're not going to have those early wins. You're not going to get compliments. So this program does a really good job of balancing those foundational pieces with standout pieces. So you do get those early wins, and you want to keep going and you don't give up, okay? Because like I said, if you are trying to do this on your own right now, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to have the anxiety. And then when you don't have those early wins, you're not getting those compliments from people, you are going to want to give up, okay? And you can't give up. You got to keep going. There's additional instructional videos to help you to learn how to style things and how to mix and match the pieces even more that are included in the 52 pickup program. An excuse I hear a lot of times from people is that they don't have enough money to make their style makeover happen. Remember, I told you my story of having to actually pawn jewelry to get gas money, so I understand the idea of not having enough money to achieve your goals that you want to see happen in your life. So in the program, it does include a savings plan, meaning every week I tell you, okay, go save this amount of money. And you set that amount of money aside, so then when it comes to a week where there's an investment purchase, meaning something that costs a little bit more money, you've already set aside that money to help you make that investment purchase. And it's not asking you to save $100 a week. It's something small. Some weeks it's $5, some weeks it's $10. I think just a handful of weeks it's saying set aside $20. But it helps a savings plan to help you achieve these goals. Like I said, I hear from you guys all the time. I know one of the things stopping a lot of people is they're saying that they don't have the money to make it happen. Okay. The other thing is it includes these wardrobe slideshows. So again, another thing that stops people from making their makeover happen is because they don't know where to go to get the different pieces. So these slideshows, it has my picks. For example, if it's a bracelet, it gives you 10 different options of bracelets that I would choose, and 10 different stores I would go to get that item that looks similar to that. So again, it helps you to know where to go. You don't have to worry about that. Part is done for you, okay? So that's what those wardrobe slideshows are about. And the last thing is that it includes these motivational audios. So we talked about this, the 4 strategies for overcoming any sort of dip that you may be having. This is what those motivational audios are called. They're actually called within the program coffee chats. So you just click on the link to be able to listen to them. So they're called coffee chats because you can just grab a cup of coffee, sit there, listen to what I'm saying, go through the different exercises again, because it's coming up with strategies to help keep you motivated, to help you when you have those dip moments, to help you when you have those low confidence days, and they're all designed to get you back to your style happy place. That's what those are all about, okay? So the 52 pickup program incorporates all of that stuff, okay? So listen, if you just want to, sit back with your feet up and have like a magical fairy come in and completely redo your wardrobe in the middle of the night, then this program is not for you, okay? The reason why is this program isn't a ton of work, but there is a little bit of work to do. You have to go get one thing every single week. So whether that is shopping online or shopping in a brick and mortar store, you have an action item to do every single week. But if you want a style miracle, here is a program that works. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you can just snap your fingers and boom, you have a style miracle, okay? It's not going to be something like that. It's not going to be poof and it's done. That's not it. You're going to have to do a little bit of work. And if you don't want to do that little bit of work, that's fine. This is not the program for you, okay? But I know doing this, you can get that transformation that you want, okay? So here is what I promised you. So like I said, for only $1, you can actually get a preview edition of the 52 pickup program. What you're going to do is go to the URL pickupyourstyle.com. You're going to click on the button to get the preview edition. That's for $1. Not the full edition. You want the preview edition. That's $1. Okay. So what comes with that, not only is the preview edition, but you also get a bonus. And that is the Style Anxiety Smart Shopper's Guide. So you get that as well. So for just $1 preview edition, you also get the special bonus that is yours to keep no matter what. Okay. And for those of you that are like, I've seen enough, I completely understand how this program is going to help me get my style miracle. I want the full Monty. I want the full thing right now. So those of you that are committed to make this style transformation happen, you can't order the full edition. And what I'm giving to you guys, because you made the decision, you wanna go for it, okay? So if you order the full edition before August 15th, 2015, you actually get a shopping certificate. Okay, and the shopping certificate entitles you to have me shop for 5 of the pieces that are included in the 52 pickup program. Okay, and so you think about it, that's actually having me do personal shopping for you. So personal shoppers, what is it? Their hourly rate is like a minimum of $75. Okay, with this, I'm saying I'll do 5 pieces for you that are part of the 52 pickup program. So no matter what, I mean, you should be able to get those 5 weeks done. Okay, so that's an awesome value there, and that's included anybody that orders the full edition before August 15th, 2015. And again, you would just go to the website, pick up your style. So again, for only $1, you get the preview edition. With the preview edition, you also get this special bonus. Those are yours to keep. So if you get the preview edition and you decide that, okay, you see the preview and you don't want to get the full edition, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people like that, because you're going to like the preview edition. But if you just get the preview edition and you don't want the full, guess what? You get to keep that preview edition. You downloaded it, you have it. You get the special bonus, you downloaded it, you have it. It's yours to keep no matter what. Okay? And for those of you, like I said, you want the full enchilada, you want all of it now. You're like, I want this full program. I can see how this is going to help me. You get that shopping certificate that entitles you to have personal shopping for 5 of the pieces included in the 52 pickup program. But remember, that's only for people that order before August 15th, 2015. Okay, so that is a great deal. Like I said, it's a way to get help for just $1. I mean, that's something like, why would you pass that up? That doesn't even make sense. I don't even need to have that discussion. I think everybody sees the immediate value in that. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Again, go to the URL, pick up your style, okay, to claim either the preview edition or the full edition and get your bonuses, right? Like I said, go get your bonus shopping certificate. So the other thing that we did something really fun for this particular training. I'm so excited for this because it's a lot of fun. So the program is called 52 Pickup, right? And so if you're having this style of transformation, you know, you're picking up your style, you're looking a lot better, you're going to get compliments, but you're also going to have people trying to pick you up all of a sudden, right? You're going to hear all of these different pickup lines. So what we did is we made a slideshow just for fun of the best, worst pickup lines, okay? So below the video, you will be able to see the link to be able to click on that and view that video, or sorry, that slideshow to see the best, worst pickup lines, okay? It's a lot of fun. If you just need to laugh or you need a break during the day, during work, it's a fun thing to check out. You'll be cracking up and you'll probably share it with a few people. Okay, and the other fun thing that we said is, okay, if you send us your best, worst pickup line to coupon@pickupyourstyle.com, you can get a surprise coupon for the 52 pickup program, okay? But you have to send in a pickup line to be able to get that. And we're looking for the best, worst pickup line, okay, to be able to get those coupons. But anybody that sends one in will get a surprise coupon. And again, the email to send that to is coupon@pickupyourstyle.com. Remember, that's something just for fun. And we are only doing it for the first 100 people that actually send in that pickup line. If you're watching this video a little bit later and you're like, oh, for sure they hit 100 people already, don't really worry about that too much. Just still send in your pickup line. Maybe there's something else that we can do for you guys, because it's just so much fun. And then we'd be able to add even more to our slideshow. But again, it's something fun to do. Go check out those pickup lines there and just send yours in and get your surprise coupon. Thank you so much for watching this training. I think everybody who's on this training has plenty of ideas and action items to do from this training. I hope that it achieved the result that I wanted of people actually being able to make their style miracles happen. And I gave you so many ways to make that happen. So again, go $1, get your preview edition, send in your pickup line, get a surprise coupon, and thank you for watching. And go check out pickupyourstyle.com. While you're there, you can also take the quiz to learn, do you suffer from style anxiety? So there's a lot of stuff on that website. Just go check it out. See all the goodies we have there for you. So pickupyourstyle.com. Thank you for watching.